Today's video is a treat, a blast from the past. This is excerpted from a video I created back in 1994 as part of a television production workshop I took. For my main project, I created a video introducing people to Toastmasters as well as giving them tips on public speaking. What follows are some of the tips I shared in this video. I hope you'll enjoy this blast from the past.
The heart of the communication onion is presence. Presence is probably the most difficult of the three aspects of communication to describe and to explain. It is something you are endowed with at birth, and yet you can learn to project it. It is one part charisma and one part acting. It is the impression you give the audience of yourself as a speaker. And, despite what many people believe, it can be faked. Part of having presence is the ability to speak under varying conditions. One of the unique aspects of Toastmasters is that depending on your club, you can meet anywhere from a restaurant to a meeting room, from a classroom to someone's home. And each of these places has its own unique features. In a restaurant, you have to deal with the constant hum of people talking. And if you're really lucky, the occasional burst of laughter or a birthday song. Take it in stride. Relax for a moment if you have to, but don't let it throw you. If you're comfortable, you can even throw out a pun acknowledging the sound. At my current club, we have to deal with the heater coming on. It makes these loud churning noises that can be quite distracting. At another club I belonged to, we had to contend with the glee club singing in the next room. Different locations have different distractions. It could be a baby crying in the next room, a person being called off on business, or an indoor pet sauntering across your stage. Either way, pause, collect your thoughts if you have to, and continue. While I was on the speech team in high school, my father gave me some advice which has turned out to be the single most important piece of advice I've ever heard concerning speaking. Helpful hint number 2. Pretend you aren't nervous, and soon you won't be. When you get up to give a speech, pretend you are perfectly calm and relaxed. It doesn't matter if you are or not. Just pretend. Act as if you are. The audience will see that, and not your nervousness. If you're nervous and you bring attention to it, the audience will notice it as well. You'll pick up on this, and it'll become a vicious circle, with you becoming more and more nervous. This is the first aspect of having presence, excellent presence, while you are speaking. Act as if you are an excellent speaker, and soon you will be. Another aspect of speaking is gestures and movement. Although too much gestures can be distracting, no movement destroys it. Don't grab the lectern or put your hands in your pockets too much. These can be used to communicate emphasis or casualness, but when used too much, they can become a crutch. Finally, presence is also communicated by how you dress. When giving a speech, dress appropriately. You may have noticed that during this video, I've worn different outfits. I've done this to communicate this point. Dressing appropriately does not mean dressing corporately. It depends on the topic of your speech. You want to look like an authority on your topic without distancing your audience too much. For example, if you were doing a speech on exercise, you might dress more sporty, especially if I was going to be doing demonstrations. However, dressing too casually for a business speech might distract from the message. Overdressing can also detract from the message. I wouldn't wear a prom dress while discussing the finer nuances of needlepoint. You want to look like someone who's interested in your topic while still coming off as an authority. Overall, if you're well-groomed and just slightly better than the average person interested in your topic, you should be okay. To sum up what I've said about presence: 1. Act like you already are what you want to be, a self-confident, relaxed speaker. 2. Use gestures to both communicate emphasis and who you are. 3. Dress for success. I hope that this video has been helpful to you as you take your beginning steps towards becoming an effective communicator. Thank you for joining me.